Hi guys, what's up? How are you, everybody? So in the last session, like we had discussed about the preliminary examination, so most of the comments were about the next session, that is how to prepare for 2020. Okay, now it has been a long time. I used to prepare in 2012, but like things have changed in the last 8 years, but fundamentals have remained the same. So many of you might have heard about UPSC in last 1 month only. So it is very important. The number one thing is like this preparation strategy video. It will be like a Google Maps. Okay. So if you do not use Google Maps properly, you will end up in another location, even if you drive at a 200 kilometer per hour speed. So it is very important to have the right direction before you begin, and this is only about the right direction. All right. So this is only about the basically the 2020 aspirants. Okay. So 2020 aspirants, or it is also valid for, let us say, if you are preparing for 2021. Okay, because both you are just starting out and you have not given the exam, or you might have given it just for the heck of it. You have not prepared very well. So this is one exam. Even if you prepare for 50 years, you will not be able to crack it if you do not have the right strategy, and obviously you just have limited attempts. Okay, so you don't want to end up wasting them. So now, the first and the foremost thing is, what are the important questions which every aspirant asks me? I have been teaching for almost 5 years now, and lot of these questions were also in my head. जब मैं तैयारी करता था तो बहुत सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आते थे दिमाग में, and unfortunately at that time internet in UPSC preparation was just coming up, but now there is so many mentors out there. So let us discuss these questions one by one. What are these important questions? What is the razor sharp strategy? What is the strategy? Is there any strategy to crack it in the first attempt? Is it possible? See, statistically speaking, बहुत कम chance है. All right, so it is in single digit to crack it in the first attempt. More than 90% of the aspirant cracks it in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth or beyond attempt. All right. So जो first and second attempters हैं, especially you have a relatively low likelihood of cracking the exam, but obviously at the end of the day you just need one seat, so you don't have to worry about the statistics or the odds. But obviously it rises in the third, fourth, fifth attempt. But I'll talk about the strategy, how we can crack it in the first attempt, is it possible or not. Now, how do toppers read and follow? Okay, how do they get selected? So we'll discuss that. Then how should new aspirants start the preparation? This is also a huge problem which is there with the aspirants. See, what I would like to, the answer to this question is, whenever you start for UPSC preparation, the number one thing you can do it is like 6th to 10th class NCRTs. So this is true since last 10 years. I have known this field for almost 8 years now. 2011 onwards I was preparing. So 6th to 10th class NCRT. Now कई लोगों को लगता है हम डॉक्टर हैं, ATN है, we have done MBA from IM. How can we study 6th class, 7th class NCRT? This is all nonsense. But I would strongly recommend that अगर आप पहली बार UPSC की तैयारी कर रहे हो, if you are preparing for the first time, then definitely start your preparation with 6th to 10th class NCRTs. Okay, so this will be my first suggestion. The second suggestion will be to rote memorize the syllabus. Okay, this will be my second suggestion to everybody. Rote memorize the syllabus. All right, so this will be my second suggestion to each and every aspirant who is listening to me or who will listen to me over a period of next 1 to 2 years, because this strategy is for 2020-2021. इसका क्या मतलब है rote memorize the syllabus? See, I have been asked thousands of times by like thousands of students that Hindu कैसे पढ़ें, योजना कैसे पढ़ें, PIB कैसे पढ़ें, RSTV में क्या देखें and all that. The answer to that question is whether it is in your syllabus or not. Okay. So if you rote memorize your syllabus, especially I am talking about here the mains syllabus, all right. So prelims syllabus per se does not matter. Okay. Prelims में कुछ भी नहीं है syllabus में. If you read it, it's just like 7-8 words are there, all right. So prelims में there is no syllabus. I'm talking about the mains syllabus. If you have seen the UPSC prospectus, so rote memorize the syllabus properly. Okay, आपको पता है कि उसमें economics of animal rearing भी है, उसमें intellectual property right है, patent है, ISRO है, सब कुछ है, तो these becomes important. Now third thing which I really want you to do is that you memorize the previous year question papers. Okay, so this will be the third thing. If you are starting for 2020 preparation, first of all, just go through the basics of 6th to 10th NCRT. You don't have to rote memorize them in the first go. थोड़ा जल्दी पढ़ लिया, brush up कर लिया, because everybody has studied those NCRTs, right? Everybody has gone through that. So just rote memorize that. Okay, so everyone You have done it in your school time. So just go through them first. Now the third point is the previous year question papers of the mains as well as the prelims. All right. So this becomes very important. For example, if you are a new aspirant, I would just like to tell you that in 2013 paper का syllabus change, paper का pattern change हुआ था. That was my first attempt. That was my last attempt also. So in 2013 they changed the entire pattern. Okay, everybody knows ethics के पेपर आ गए थे और GS पेपर 1 2 3 4 हो गया था, optional हट गया था. Everybody knows that story. So 2013 में क्या हुआ था कि तब से लेके अब तक 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? 6 years have gone by. Each and every year they ask a question on disaster management. Each and every year they ask a question on space/ISRO. Okay. Each and every year they will ask you a question on Naxalism, left-wing extremism, internal security of India. Each and every year they will ask you a question on cyber security. Do you understand what I am trying to say? Now, these topics were per se not important in 2012 when I was preparing for UPSC. But now, because last 6 years, say you see any mains paper, you will find one question on disaster management, one question on cyber security, one question on internal security, one question on left-wing extremism. So these are fairly common now. Okay. So how do you know that they are important? Because this is the third point. Very important. अब ऐसा मत करना कि 1969, 1979, 1989 के पेपर सॉल्व कर रहे हो. That is all stupid. Maximum you solve for this decade for now. Okay. So you start with 2011 prelims. That's when CSAT paper was introduced, and you go till 2018. Okay. So if you just solve for 8 years also, it is fine. अगर किसी को ज़्यादा जोश है, if you want to solve more, so just solve from like 2008 onwards. Okay. So 10-11 years is all that you need to do. And mains में especially last 6 years question paper from 2013 to 18. This is the single most important thing which will help you in cracking the exam. Am I absolutely clear? सबसे पहले बेसिक एनसीईआरटी पढ़ लेना 6 to 10th क्लास के एनसीईआरटी. यू डोंट नीड टू बाय लक्ष्मीकांत एंड जीसी लियोंग एंड शंकर एंड व्हाट नॉट. अभी जरूरत नहीं है इस पॉइंट पे. यू आर जस्ट अ एंट्रेंट. आई एम अज्यूमिंग यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट पॉलिटी, हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी, एनवायरमेंट, इकोलॉजी एंड साइंस, टेक. ओके, ये सब नहीं आता आपको. सो जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस, देन रोट मेमोराइज द सिलेबस. डोंट रीड इट, रिवाइज इट लाइक 20 times, 30 times, 40 बार उसको पढ़ लो, रट लो. So even if at 3 o'clock in the night somebody throws water on your face and wake you up, so you can basically recite the entire syllabus. And the third point is the previous year question papers. You have to rote memorize them. All right. Memorizing them will help you. Now this point 2 plus point 3 will 100% guaranteed help you in reading the Hindu in less than 2 hours a day. Okay. 100% guarantee I am giving you. If you know exactly what UPSC is asking, what is in the syllabus, then you don't have to worry about anything. All right. Now what's the syllabus? How to manage it within the year? So as I told you, you have to rote memorize the syllabus. This is really important. Okay. This is like really important to rote memorize the syllabus. Rote memorize the previous year question papers. Again, you don't have to go in 2005, 2004. वो सब नहीं पूछता है UPSC अब. Mains में you just have to revise 2013 to 2018. And prelims में I would suggest 2011 to 2018. Maximum you can go back to 2008 to 2018. All right. इससे बियॉन्ड जाने का कोई पॉइंट नहीं है. सिलेबस पूरा चेंज हो चुका है. नाउ हाउ टू प्रिपेयर मेंस एज वेल एज प्रीलिम्स एज वेल इंटीग्रेटेड और सेपरेटली. ओके, सो दिस इज आल्सो अ ह्यूज डाउट व्हिच पीपल हैव. सो वेदर दे हैव टू बी इंटीग्रेटेड और दे हैव टू बी सेपरेट. सो obviously the answer is they cannot be separated. Okay, there is no point they can be like separated at all. There are some sections which comes in the prelim. This is a huge doubt. Most of the people ask कि सर अभी प्री के लिए पढ़ ले, मेंस के लिए बाद में पढ़ ले. This is all stupid notion. I don't know who has propagated this notion. It does not matter. 80-90% there is overlap. Obviously mains में जैसे कुछ चीजें होती हैं जो सिर्फ मेंस में पूछते हैं. For example, your optional will never ever appear in your prelims exam. For example, essay writing will not be important in your prelims exam. For example, GS paper 4 will never be important in your preliminary exam. There are some topics which are exclusive to mains. Let's say world history will usually never come in your prelims exam. But पहले क्या होता था, when I was an aspirant, they never used to ask about international relation, post independence India. ये सब नहीं पूछते थे prelims में. But now even they have started doing that also. Post independence India पे you will find an MCQ in prelims. International relation पे you can find 5-6 MCQs also these days. Okay. So as a person who has been teaching for almost 4-5 years now, and as someone who has been in this field for 7-8 years, what I will try, the single most important advice is do not separate them. There are some sections which are only for prelims. Let's say CSAT paper 2 will give you zero help in your mains exam. Impossible है कि CSAT paper 2 will help you in your mains examination. All right. It's possible in because it only comes in prelims. Similarly, optional will not help you. But barring those exceptions, 70-20 current affairs are always same for prelims and mains. All right. It is just that for mains you have to do answer writing practice, and for prelims you have to give more of mock test. 25, 30, 40 mock test दे दिए. That is all you have to do. All right. Then is self-study supplemented with online classes the best way to prepare, and which optional is good to score or easy to prepare, etc. How to manage the Hindu other current affairs. So we'll discuss them, and there are a lot of great courses, as you can see, test series. So again, like for those aspirants who will not like to go to Delhi, etc., you can find test series over here. You can find all the educators over here, and there are a lot of comprehensive syllabus has been covered by all the top educators, as you can see over here, right? So I am also taking multiple courses, and this course I will again start on the 3rd of June. So those aspirants who are preparing for the preliminary examination of next year, 2020 or 21, I will start a course on entire GS. Okay, we will cover the GS, and I will cover it in 50 to 60 hours. Okay, so you can enroll in that course, etc. Mrinal is also going to start a course on the preliminary examination of 2020 on 21st June 2019. Okay. So, and it will last for 3 to 4 months. So you can enroll in that course. You can learn everything about economy from him. There are other educators who are taking other courses. Plus there is every Sunday there will be a test. So you will be rest assured thoroughly prepared for it. As you can see, this course is there. Alright. So this course is already going. If you are part of it, you can enroll in this course. This course is already going by me. Just 3 classes have happened till now. But this is a shorter crash course type of a course which is going on. So if you are preparing for 2019, then only enroll in this. And similarly, I will again launch a contemporary issue course. So this contemporary issue course will be for 2020 aspirants, where I will cover current affairs from April of 2018 till April of 2020. Alright. So that course also we will launch later on. And as you can see, this course is from 21st June to 30th September. Alright. So June, July, August, September. And it will have like almost 75 hours of learning roughly. Alright. So उसमें वो पूरा आपको इकोनॉमी अच्छे से पढ़ा देंगे. It is a full course for prelims 2020. And rest assured जो 10-15 क्वेश्चन प्री में आते हैं और जो GS पेपर 3 होता है, it will be completely covered by he is one of the best faculty in the entire India. And you can use this code. I have highlighted it, Unacademy Live. So whether you go for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, you can just use this code Unacademy Live. Okay, do not misspell it. It is there in the description also. And you will get a 10% discount, as you can see over here, Unacademy Live. Alright. So, yeah. So, now, how relevant are previous year question papers? What do you think? Are these relevant? Are these not relevant? What is the exact relevance of this? So, answer is yes, they are very much relevant. Alright. And without basically previous year question papers, you will not be able to crack this exam. Okay, as I have told you already. So, it is virtually impossible. Now, how to make effective and customized notes? Again, because of the bombardment of content these days, now I am not going to tell you about which are the 10 most important books to read or what's up. I have already made one video and books have not changed since then. Okay, so वही मतलब politically you read Lakshmikant 6 to 10th NCERT, 11th class में you don't need to 11th 12th की physics chemistry NCERT नहीं पढ़नी होती, bio NCERT पढ़नी होती है. So I have already covered all that. वो सब cover हो चुका है. So वो जो 10-15 book है वो important नहीं है. But how to make effective and customized notes? See, is it important? Yes, it is very very important. Why? Because at the end of the day, जब आपके पास बहुत कम time बचता है, when you are just about to enter in an exam hall, it will really help you. Okay. So the key thing which I would remember is just follow the rule of 10%. Okay. Now whatever advice I am giving you, it is up to you. If you want to take it, it's take it. Okay. Always advice is always applicable to 90% of the students. कुछ बहुत ही ब्रिलियंट होंगे, कुछ आइंस्टाइन होंगे, उनको ऑब्वियसली एडवाइस की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, कुछ अपने पेस पे लर्न करते होंगे, उनको भी एडवाइस की जरूरत नहीं है. So this advice is only for those people who fall in like 80-90% average bracket. Okay. So rule of 10% ये बोलता है कि अगर किसी आर्टिकल में मान लो 1000 वर्ड्स हैं, so don't write more than 100 words on that. Okay. If you want to summarize it, because 90% of the content is useless. You can even follow rule of 5% where you are just writing 5% of the words. Okay. So किसी में 1000 वर्ड का आर्टिकल है, उसके 50 वर्ड लिख लिया. Now what are these? These are called as keywords and phrases. All right. So let us say if you are discussing about कैसे समझाऊं? So let us say आप विटामिन ए पे कोई नोट लिख रहे हो, तो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा it has chemical name is retinol or retinoic acid. So this is the first common name. Okay. सो ये सबसे इसका पहला कीवर्ड हो गया. दूसरा कीवर्ड हो जाएगा इट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल, डेफिशिएंसी इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर नाइट ब्लाइंडनेस, xerophthalmia, conjunctivitis. Okay, it is found in like carrots and other fruits and eggs and whatnot. So ये keywords and phrases है. For example, let us say if they ask you to write something on संगम literature, all right. तो संगम एज के बारे में बताओगे 300 BC से 300 AD के बीच में जो 500-600 years का पीरियड था. मॉडर्न डे तमिलनाडु में थी. लिटरेचर वर कमिंग अप. इट इज वन ऑफ द क्लासिकल लैंग्वेज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस. तोलकापियम, तोलकापियर, ओके, इलांगो वेदिकाल, सिलप्पा दिग्राम, ओके, मनी मेघलाई. ये कीवर्ड्स लिखने होते हैं. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? सो देन ओनली यू विल गेट मार्क्स. रेस्ट ऑल इज एब्सोल्यूट नॉनसेंस, कचरा है, वो काम नहीं आएगा. सो मेकिंग इफेक्टिव एंड कस्टमाइज्ड नोट्स इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And what will be the revision plan in the last one before the exam? Okay, and this is also very very important. How can you make the timetable by day, week, month and year to attempt like 2019 exam? Okay, so how to prepare for current affairs? It is the most important and difficult aspect of the exam, so I'll focus on this. So how do you prepare for current affairs? So see, at the end of the day, current affairs you have to prepare. Why? बिकॉज लेट अस से जब मेरा प्रीलिम्स हुआ था उसमें सिर्फ 3 क्वेश्चन आए थे करंट अफेयर्स से. इफ यू वांट टू स्ट्रेच द डेफिनेशन ऑफ करंट अफेयर्स, 97 क्वेश्चंस वर प्योरली स्टैटिक. ऑलराइट, 97 क्वेश्चंस वर प्योरली स्टैटिक, 100% स्टैटिक. बट समटाइम्स यूपीएससी आस्क्स 20 to 40 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम कंटेम्पररी इश्यूज. नाउ इफ 30 क्वेश्चंस कम इन then basically your life is over if you have not studied current affairs. Alright, so here I would suggest that Hindu is obviously the number one choice which aspirants have. But selective reading of Indian Express is also very very important now. Okay, so a lot of questions especially in mains are coming from Indian Express. Okay, and don't be that aspirant who is just preparing for clearing the prelims. Okay, it is very very important to prepare for the mains at the same time. All right, so do not be that aspirant who is studying for prelims for the sake of it. ये सबसे बड़ी गलती करते हैं लोग कि भाई लोगों को बताने के लिए कि मैंने मेंस दे दिया, मैंने इंटरव्यू दे दिया. दिस इज द वर्स्ट मिस्टेक यू विल एवर डू. ओके, प्रिपेयर फॉर गेटिंग अ रैंक. नाउ एटलीस्ट एम टू टॉप 500 रैंक, उस पे एम करना. सो ऑलवेज प्रिपेयर योर नोट्स लाइक जीएस पेपर वाइज, कि भाई जीएस पेपर 1 में आएगा, जीएस पेपर 2 में आएगा, जीएस पेपर 3 में आएगा या जीएस पेपर 4 में आएगा. ऑलराइट, सो व्हाटएवर न्यूज यू आर रीडिंग, व्हाटएवर नोट्स यू आर मेकिंग, व्हिचएवर एनसीईआरटी यू आर रीडिंग, बुक्स यू आर रीडिंग, Unacademy Plus courses you are following up, whenever you do anything, just make sure that you follow this. For example, let us say you are studying Unacademy Plus from Murnal. Okay, so his notes will fall under GS paper 3 category. Okay, let us say you are studying science and technology from me on Unacademy Plus, so his course will be on GS, this notes will come in GS paper 3. But let us say you are studying polity, so make the notes in GS paper 2. So make the notes according to paper wise. This is a very very important advice. जब भी आप कोई न्यूज आर्टिकल पढ़ते हो उसको डेट वाइज मत सेव करना. ओके, कि 20th मार्च के करंट अफेयर्स ये हैं, 20th अप्रैल के हैं. दिस इज ऑल स्टूपिड. द थिंग व्हिच यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इज यू हैव टू मेक इट टॉपिक वाइज. ओके, एंड डू नॉट डू डे बाय डे कमेंट्री. पता चला सीरियन सिविल वॉर क्राइसिस पे लास्ट 6-7 साल में 1000 आर्टिकल आ चुके हैं. ऑलराइट, you don't have to read all those articles. Let's say Rafale issue is going on, every day you will hear 10 articles, you don't have to read any of them. So this ball by ball commentary is not at all required if you are to crack UPSC. Okay, the worst mistake we will do, and do not ever devote more than 2 hours per day to current affairs. Okay, this is the limit. After that you should stop reading current affairs, because at the end of the day they are just 20 to 40% of your prelims, right? Rest 60 to 80% और बाकी essay writing और optional वो सब भी पढ़ना है आपको. Okay, so now coming to the hours. Okay, how many hours you should study? So that is also very very important. So you should try to study for 6 to sorry for that. So you should try to study for 6 to 8 hours. All right. If you are just starting out, तो थोड़ा stamina build करने में शायद time लगेगा. It will take some time for you to build the stamina. So it is like just study for 6 to 8 hours. That should be more than sufficient in the beginning. Or let us say last 6 months में, basically from November to May. So then you basically take it to 8 to 10 hours average. Okay. And next year, if you are preparing for 2020, then you do 10 hours average in the first 2-3 months. And finally, in the last 60 to 90 days, you take the average to 12 hours. Okay. So make sure you do not study less than 6 hours also. And now working professionals have always an issue. If we are already working for 9 to 10 hours, how will we find 6 hours on an average? So for them, you can follow what is called as a rule of 40. Okay. So you can study 40 hours a week. All right. So on weekends when you are on Saturdays and Sundays, आप 12-12 घंटे पढ़ लेना. So that is 24 hours. And rest जो 5 days है उसमें 3-4 hours पढ़ लेना. That should be enough. Okay. 40 hours per week is minimum which you need to crack UPSC. उससे नीचे नहीं होगा, very very difficult otherwise. Now when should you basically start mock test and how many of them are sufficient? So basically we will discuss that. I think 30 to 40 mock tests is sufficient. You can start just after June, July. Okay. And when do you need to start the writing practice and how to do it? So that is also like really important. Now writing practice में क्या करना है? You just write one answer a day. Alright. So if you just write one answer per day, so that should be more than sufficient. Okay. So you don't have to worry more than that. So just write one answer a day. That should be like really more than sufficient. Okay. So if you can do it, like nothing like it. Alright. So how to maintain the daily timetable with full discipline? This is like really important. And if you are not able to maintain the daily timetable with full discipline, then you will not be able to crack the exam again. So how do you do it? So basically now many people always are confused that what should be the right time to study. ये सब confusion आएगा aspirant के दिमाग में एक. So there is no right time to study. Alright, so I just want to clarify this इस session के माध्यम से that there is no right time to study. Alright, like really there is no right time, there is no wrong time. सुबह 4 बजे पढ़ो, शाम को 4 बजे पढ़ो, जब आपको अच्छा लगता है तब पढ़ो. So there is no scientifically proven time that शाम को 5 बजे पढ़ने से अच्छा पढ़ाई होती है, सुबह 4 बजे उठ के पढ़ने से अच्छा पढ़ाई होता है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. So whatever time suits you, भाई, you have to make sure that you study for 6 to 8 hours a day. That's all. Okay. 6 to 8 hours per day is something which you have to study. Beyond that, you do not have to study at all. Okay. So 6 to 8 hours per day is something which you can study. Rest is not at all required. Okay. Now, how to manage stress and stay motivated during the long preparation phase? This is also a huge problem. So do take out, like initially at least take out 2 to 4 hours for yourself. Okay. And de-stress yourself. Whatever you want, watch movies, TV series, whatever you want, do it. Otherwise, you'll get bogged down by this paper. Do not do that mistake of studying for 16 to 18 hours a day. Okay. This is the worst mistake you will ever do. Within 1 month you will burn out and you will stop the preparation or you will take a 1 week break. कुछ हो जाएगा. Okay, something bad will happen if you study for 16 to 18 hours a day. So this is my personal advice, up to you if you want to follow it. Nobody cracks the exam by studying 18 hours a day, that I can vouch for. Anything initially 6 to 8 hours is fine, and beyond that also I don't think more than 10 to 12 hours is required. Maybe 1 month before the exam you can ramp it up to 14, that's all. But strongly, this is the number 1 point. You will get really stressed. Second point is, do not see the mock test answers too seriously. Alright. तो जो mock test के answers हैं इनको ज़्यादा seriously मत लेना. Okay. और जो आपके marks आ रहे हैं हो सकता है initially आपकी starting -15 से हो जाए. So in that case, do not take it too seriously. Alright. So like this will be my strong advice that do not take it very seriously. So -15, -10, it is all fine. Okay. You don't have to worry too much about it. इतना चलता है. ओके. स्टार्टिंग हो सकती है, हो जाए आपके सारे गलत हो जाए, बट देन यू विल स्टार्ट टू क्लाइम स्लोली. 20 मार्क्स आएंगे, फिर 30 आएंगे, फिर 70 आएंगे, 80 आएंगे. इफ यू आर गेटिंग इन द रेंज ऑफ 80+, देन यू डोंट हैव टू वरी, बिकॉज जो मॉक टेस्ट में आता है, यूपीएससी में आता है, उसमें काफी फर्क होता है. सो डोंट गेट स्ट्रेस्ड अबाउट मॉक टेस्ट. नेवर एवर कंपेयर योर सेल्फ विद अदर्स प्रिपरेशन. दैट इज द वर्स्ट थिंग यूल एवर डू. Some people might crack it in first attempt, you might be giving your 5th attempt. So these are all the major problems of the aspirants, and just make sure that you do not believe in motivation. Motivation here is a myth. You have to be just disciplined enough to study 6 to 8 hours a day. That is all you need to do. Okay, 6 to 8 hours a day if you study, and you make sure that you put in those hours, automatically your competence will get built up, right? So focus on competence. Do not focus just on motivation, etc., because it will not really last. ज़्यादा टिकेगा नहीं. So just remember that. What are the advanced or additional sources or online sources? As I told you, you can just enroll in Unacademy Plus, and you can try it out for 1 month. Then you can go for longer. Just use Unacademy Live as a code. You will get 10% off also. It will definitely help your preparation. It has all the mock tests. Optional courses are also there for those of you who are preparing for the optional like PubAd, geography, etc. वो सब भी है इसमें. So you can just go through it. Okay. So these were some of the most important questions, okay, which needs to be answered before you start the preparation. So make sure up these questions you write down at some places, and I tried to answer them. I'll take another session and we will extend that, and another 30-minute session is required so that you basically understand what needs to be done to crack UPSC. Okay, but just to summarize whatever we have discussed till now, that start with the why goal कि भाई क्यों crack करना है. Okay, you have to make sure that the goal is very clear in your head, not for anyone else. Okay, you have to crack it for yourself. Now that goal can be XYZ, it does not matter. The second point, the first is the goal. Why do you want to crack it, right? The second point is you have to study for 6 to 8 hours to begin with. Anything less than 40 hours per week is not good for you. All right. Now the starting point has to be NCRT. Summarize the NCRTs properly and memorize the syllabus as well as the previous year question papers. All right. So ये तीन चीजें तो आप कर लेना सबसे पहले. Don't buy any book, don't join anything. कुछ मत करना, बस ये तीन चीजें कर लेना. All right. Then if you're not going to Delhi or any other places, join Unacademy Plus and you will find other courses. Okay, so you can join it and you can watch any course you want. All right. Then what I would suggest is very, very important that you write one answer a day. All right. So from day one, make it your habit that you're writing one answer per day. Just to give you context कि 180 मिनट का पेपर होता है. All right. So 5 मिनट आपके वेस्ट हो जाते हैं, 175 मिनट बचते हैं. So if you just write for 20 minutes, 20 questions are there. So it is like 9 minutes per question you will get. All right. Roughly 9 minutes. So try to write in not more than 10 to 15 minutes one question. So that should be more than sufficient. All right. So 10 से 15 मिनट में try to answer one question. Is it absolutely clear? रोज लिखना, एक आंसर लिखना, but ज़्यादा मत लिखना. Just write one answer. Then solve mock test from June onwards itself. Do not wait for November, December to start. Even if you are getting -15, -16, जितने भी marks are, it does not really matter. Just give the test. Okay. Slowly you will climb. Try to reach towards Mount 70, 80. Okay. So that is very, very important. Then do not get demotivated. Do not try to stress को avoid करना. Do not try to study for 16 to 18 hours a day. Now one point which I missed out is that do not buy too many books. Okay. This is also the worst strategy which people do. Do not buy too many books. Then do integrated study. Okay, this is also very, very important point. Okay, and do not indulge in rumor mongering और ये सब मत करना कि पता नहीं optional रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा, एज कम होगी ज़्यादा होगी, attempts बढ़ाएंगे नहीं बढ़ाएंगे. Nobody knows the answer to this question unless the UPSC prospectus is released. Like nobody really knows कि क्या है, क्या होगा, क्या नहीं होगा. Like nobody is sure about these things. Okay, most of the aspirants in Rajendra Nagar and Mukherjee Nagar and Karol Bagh, they end up wasting a lot of time in this rumor mongering. Okay, so just remember all these points and just maintain a positive outlook and at least prepare for 3 attempts. Okay, this is also a point which I would like to suggest, that do not think that you will be able to crack it in 1 attempt or 2 attempts. मतलब minimum आप आओ preparation के लिए तो 4 साल allocate करके आना. Okay, so basically means you will prepare for 1 year and then you will get the first attempt. So 1 year plus 3 attempts will be equal to 4 to 5 years. All right. So let us say if you are giving your first attempt in 2020, so you will give your third attempt in 2022. Okay. So जब third attempt 2022 में होगा उसका result आएगा 2023 में. So right now till 2023 you already booked 4 to 5 years of your life. If you are not ready to give 4 to 5 years of your life, then this is not good for you. Okay, this exam is not meant for you. Just make sure that you are not here to give 1 attempt or 2 attempt. Because statistically speaking, you have just 8%, 9% chance of cracking it in first attempt. 91% people will not crack it. Obviously, वो 9% लोग करेंगे, फिर वो बोलेंगे रोमन बेवकूफ़ है. But obviously, I know that. But this video is again for 80 to 90% of the aspirants who will crack it in third, fourth, fifth attempt. Alright, so we will continue this session and we will further discuss on how to prepare for the 2020 exam. And you can follow me on Unacademy Plus. Other great educators are there. There are 70, 80 educators on Unacademy Plus, and you can use the code Unacademy Live. And if you have any doubts or queries which you want me to take in the next session, अगर अगले session में you want me to take anything, so you can just write it in the comments below. Alright, I'll be more than happy to take it. So guys, best of luck. And if you're giving for 19, obviously best of luck. Thank you for watching this. Have an awesome day. Good night.